we put together our naughty and nice list. This is where we're just each selecting one nice player and one naughty player or executive or anything else. And no, the Blackhawks are not on here, but it's we're going to go with first our nice list. And John, what is your nice player?
Well, my nice player is Austin Matthews, because Austin Matthews, entering the month of December, was 10 goals behind the league leader in goals in the NHL, Leon Draisaitl. And as of right now, he's only 3 behind Leon Draisaitl. Austin Matthews has 20 goals in 27 games. And just to do a little math, that is 61 or 60.7 goals over an 82-game season. That's ridiculous. And if there's anybody that has the potential, aside from Alexander Ovechkin this year, that is, to break the 60-goal mark, again, it's Austin friggin' Matthews. So, yeah, Austin Matthews is on my nice list, and I think he'd be on all Torontonians' nice list.
I'm going to go next for mine, so that way because we got a video for Anthony's. And by the way, that's the one downside for being an American and not seeing them in the Olympics, not seeing Austin Matthews put on that Team USA jersey for the Olympics. He still might do it later on for the World Championships. My nice guy is Robin Lehner. You know what? You're going to tell me that you're still going to honor your old team. He has been nothing but nice about the New York Islanders since leaving them. And he didn't want to leave. They lowballed him, and then he ended up signing with the Blackhawks. And he's just a genuine guy, has the tattoo on his neck, had the standing ovation, and then he beat his old team on Sunday, which I actually had a full game recaps that I was going to go with, but then we decided to just keep going. So Robin Lehner, you know what? I got to put him as my nice guy. Anthony.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Sorry.
Anthony, you're a nice guy.
Dylan Larkin. As we all know, beer is precious to individuals, and they're overpriced at sporting events. And Dylan Larkin accidentally knocked over these two fans' beer as he jumped on the glass in warm-ups. And he actually had the presence to realize that he did it, and he went a step further and had the team purchase new beers for him. And I think that's a really great gesture. It just kind of shows the type of people hockey players are. We really are a different breed, and good on him for realizing that and doing the right thing. And I'm sure he made those fans' day, and it's a great story. So good on you, Dylan Larkin, for doing that. I think a lot of players may not even realize it happened, or even think about kind of replacing it for him. So I thought that was really nice of Larkin. It's just one of those feel good things. So good on him.
And by the way, this is the video from it.
Oh, I can't handle it. Oh, sorry. Oh no. Oh no. I feel terrible.
You knocked their beer over?
Yeah, sorry. Hey, where'd Zuby go? Zuby, you got your wallet on you?
Yeah.
You got 20 bucks?
I think so. What do you need 20 bucks for?
I got 20 bucks in my dry cell. I knocked over the guy's beer.
You got what?
I knocked over the guy's beer.
Oh.
I feel bad. Right behind the net. See him in the gray or in the Red Wing sweatshirt? First row. Yeah.
Let's see who's been naughty and who's been naughty.
So on to our naughty list. And I got to start with John. Mr. Filkowski, what do you got for me on the naughty list?
Evander Kane. Evander Kane has he if there was a naughty tree, Evander Kane fell out of it and hit every damn branch possible on the way down. So I mean, you're getting into all this controversy, all the stuff going on off the ice. Then the team wants to get rid of him, and now all of a sudden, it's just all this other nonsense that's going on with him. He's his own worst enemy. This man is literally his own worst enemy. He goes and plays in an AHL game, and he has guys going after him. He's just he needs to snap out of whatever he's doing, and he needs to grow the hell up. So he's on my naughty list.
That's so naughty, I'll have to add it to my list right now.
He's a guy that Josh Hosang would probably find immature. I'm going to go to my naughty guy, which, I said originally I'd abstain in case if you guys would do it, but then we didn't use him. So I got to go with PK Subban. PK, you're going to be a dynamite broadcaster. Stop with the slew foots. I can't say it enough.
I saw that.
And unfortunately, Sammy Blay is done for the rest of the year because of him. He took down Trevor Zegras, and there was one other guy that I know that he took down this year. It's just no. Too good of a player to be doing this. And and again, he's going to be a great, not good, a great NHL analyst and NHL personality. But if you're going to have these videos about you, it's going to end up ruining your second career. So stop. Anthony.
Brett Connolly. He put a hit on Tanner Caro in Dallas that was predatory. Granted, he might have thought that he was about to get the puck, but he just kind of ran over him. It was a high hit. It knocked out Caro. Caro was rendered unconscious. It was a scary scene. And Brett Connolly was suspended 4 games for it, and rightfully so. You got to be smarter than that. You have to have some more respect for your fellow NHL players. And I thought it was late. He didn't have the puck. It was high. It had all the makings of a suspendable hit. And I'm glad that the league came down on him for it. And I actually saw the post game of that. They interviewed Pavelski. I don't know if you guys saw it. And he actually legitimately got choked up talking about it because he remembered the hit that happened to him when he was on San Jose. And he referenced it's always scary to see a teammate and a good person like that in such such a bad state laying on the ice. So no need for that in our game.
No.
Brett Connolly, you should know better. And I'm glad that the league handed him a 4-game suspension. In my opinion, it could have been even a little more, but I'm glad that he got suspended and I did the right thing. But most importantly, I hear Caro's, he was okay and he'll make a full recovery, but it was a scary hit.
Yeah, and there's no need for that hit. And unlike with Jujhar Khaira, and Dave right here pointed to that the Chicago fans were comparing that to Trouba's hits, which is a load of crap. Honestly, if you're comparing those two hits, you're so off base, it's not even funny. But Seth Jones threw what we call a suicide or a buddy pass to Jujhar Khaira and put Jujhar Khaira in a bad position. The puck was there. Brett Connolly had every intention of taking Tanner Caro's head off. And you could see it. He comes from a distance to do so. And then all of a sudden, the puck doesn't really even get to him, and he takes him out. And he didn't even have to do that. He could have slowed up, and he could have just, gave him a nudge and just knocked him down instead of absolutely driving right through him and absolutely walloping him. There was, even if Tanner Caro gets that puck and turns around, all that it's going to take with him being in that position is just a nudge. And he's going to be caught off balance. He's going to be caught in a prone position, and he's just going to get knocked down. He's going to lose the puck. You don't have to do much to separate the player from the puck there. And that's the point of a body check. But Brett Connolly had every intention of taking his head off. And he did. So, I'm definitely with Anthony on the naughty for Brett Connolly.
All been very naughty indeed.
And there's been other people we could put in the naughty list this year all over the place. I made the joke about the Blackhawks. Clearly, their entire organization could be in there right now.
Yeah, but that's too obvious.
I mean, that's a little bit too obvious.
And it's beating
the NHL and themselves, the way they've handled the COVID protocols and situations. Like I said, they screwed the Islanders. They could have delayed the UBS opening.
The Senators too.
Yeah. So there's two of them. And COVID itself could be on the naughty list because after all, that's basically one reason why a lot of these teams are having financial problems like right now. And there's a lot of the other, we could talk about the other nice stuff. Obviously, Connor McDavid can make all these lists. So we don't need to do that. He's certainly helping my fantasy team.
I mean, Nazem Kadri could. I mean, he's been a blessing for Colorado with Nathan McKinnon out for as long as he was.
Nazem Kadri could make both these lists because, as I said before, it's only a matter of time till he gets suspended for hitting somebody the wrong way.
You're right. It's probably going to happen. I mean, I know we've all been really hard on him over the last couple of years or so. And that's what I said before, Kim. I said that Ottawa and the Islanders were literally the guinea pigs. I literally said those words earlier on. So, but every Ranger fan's been hard on him over the last couple of years. But Alexander Georgiev, where's the love for him stepping up? So he could be on my nice list this year.
You know what? Chris T's got a good one. Justin Trudeau could be on the naughty list because some of their policies putting just really killing this season. But you know what? Alexander Georgiev, yeah, he stepped up, and like I said, when he stepped into the net in that Chicago game with that save percentage, the only way he could have missed.
Yeah,
the only way he could have had that low of a save percentage was to actually dodge shots. But yeah, Drake Batherson, I got him on my fantasy team.
What about Jacob Markstrom would be another one stepping up big time for Calgary.
Stepping up big time. But you got him and you got
Jack Campbell.
Daryl Sutter, who's a great reason for Calgary's success.
Yeah.
How much does Calgary look like the LA Kings of old right now?
Yeah, they do. Just minus the great center depth and aside from Johnny Gaudreau, the big top end talent, I just don't know if they have the pieces to win it all. But again, if you make a move at the deadline, who knows?
Yeah. And you know what? We'll stick with the Islander theme for a minute because I know Anthony would say Ilya Sorokin is definitely on the nice list.
Yeah.
Because where would the Islanders be without him?
I've said this before. Islanders would be a lottery team, and they wouldn't have a chance at even making the playoffs right now. They would have zero chance if it wasn't for the play of Ilya Sorokin. He's been a godsend for that team. David,
that's a great one because Bruce Boudreau, I've said it before, even though I've called him hockey's Marty Schottenheimer, but I would love it if this guy could have any success. I would love it if he could just run off a team and win a Stanley Cup because everybody that talks about Bruce Boudreau says how he's the nicest guy.
I would have to agree with Kim on the Georgiev thing. I think once Igor gets back and he really starts getting the majority of the starts again, it's probably going to hurt Georgiev a bit. And I definitely agree with Chris here. Chandler Stevenson, who didn't look anything like a top six center before last year. And then even last year, he really was like, we were all talking about how they need somebody better than Chandler Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Eichel would be a fit for Vegas. And Chandler Stevenson is now like, oh, you want to go get Jack Eichel? Oh, I'll just turn myself into a point per game player. No big deal.
And, it actually, and by the way, I'm happy when some of this stuff happens and my predictions are wrong. But I made the prediction back when they acquired Eichel and Vegas was not playing well. They were a bit of a tailspin. I'm going to pull Anthony out for a little bit until he pulls himself back in.
I thought I was out, but they pulled me back in.
I made the prediction that Vegas is going to miss the playoffs and Pete DeBoer was going to get fired. now it's looking like not only do they have a top line where Chandler Stevenson can play between Pacioretty and Stone, but in a month or two, you can get Jack Eichel on that team. That could change around a lot.
You're going to get Jack Eichel on that line eventually. That's going to move Chandler Stevenson down to your third line. And think about that 1-2-3 punch. If that 1-2-3 punch is not the very best in the league, it's got to be right behind, I would say, maybe Pittsburgh with Crosby, Malkin, and Carter.
I would say, and by the way, Roy is coming along. Or wait, Roy or Wah? I think it's Wah. Sorry, Matt Wah. Sorry, my mistake.
Nick Wah. Sorry.
But Wah's coming along great. He's tied his career total from last year. I mean, I would actually keep Eichel away from. I would keep that Stevenson, Pacioretty, Stone line together, and I'd try to do something else with Eichel.
I just don't think Eichel is going on your third line. I think if anything, Chandler Stevenson would be more.
You're playing a top 9, not a top 6.
Your audio is low, Mark.
Oh, did it do that again? I found it out from last time. Hold on. Why would?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it automatically adjusts and moves down. So
yeah,
I don't understand why it would do that out of nowhere. So
I just don't think you trade all those assets for Jack Eichel and then have him come in and be your third line center. I just can't see it. I can't.
But again, I got to bring David back into this one. If he's not playing, I think the he is referring to Stevenson. If he's not playing with Stone and Pacioretty, is he still producing in the same way?
Probably not, because he's going to be getting less minutes, and he'll probably still get power play time, but he's going to be playing on a third. Just think of the Rangers' third line in 2014 with Brassard, Pouliot, and Zuccarello. Did Brassard and Zuccarello belong on a third line?
Oh, no.
No, they didn't. But that third line was probably the best third line in the entire NHL. And the Rangers balanced out their top 3 lines. And there was no real second, first, or third line. It was just whatever line AV wanted to go with, he went with. But I don't know. I just don't see Jack Eichel being on, quote-unquote, their third line.
But remember what you say about Ryan Strome, about taking Ryan Strome away from Panarin. The chemistry's there.
I get it, but I don't know if you can necessarily do that with someone as elite as Jack Eichel. That's apples to oranges, Mark.
Yeah. And by the way, I do have to say this. The great thing about hockey, you could try it in one game, and if it doesn't work, you could change it on the next shift. You don't have to be stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you're right.
It's not like a batting order. Eichel is a 1C, would also fit as a 2C. Yep. So by the way, we're gonna conclude right now with the naughty and nice list and go right to Q&A. Guys, thank you very much. Are there any other players you'd want to put on the nice list and players you want to put on the naughty list? And just let us all know. Throw it down in the comments below. If you like that video, we got a lot more. So check out any of these that are right over here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.